That's off.
So, welcome back to What Grinds Our Gears with Jamie and Brianna and Jamie, whatever order you prefer it in. Now that we're back, we're going to go into our second segment, and my mic is off. I can't hear myself. Hey, we're gonna go back into our second segment regarding the friend zone, the myth of the friend zone. And in our third segment, I am going to be giving my story, which I have nicely finally decided on after aggressive prompting from Jamie. And Jamie, why don't you go first?
Oh, okay. So the friend zone is our topic again. There is no such thing as the friend zone, okay? For anyone who's confused, there's no such thing. It's a ridiculous idea that a bitter, rejected guy made up to keep his ego from being bruised. Like it's an excuse and it's not real. It's not legit. There's no such thing as the friend zone. That was it.
I just don't get it. I don't understand how it's my fault that you're like catching feelings for me if I'm being friendly and I just want to be friends with you, but you're interested in me. I don't understand how that's my fault. Because when I'm interested, if you're my friend, which I hope you are, I mean, I'm assuming, if you're my friend and I am interested in you, I'm going to make that known.
Yeah.
Even if it's just joking around to see what you say. But I feel like if you don't do that and you don't make it known, then you can't just assume that I'm going to understand it. And I don't owe you anything for being nice.
Yeah.
You don't get a reward for doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly. Like, if you think that by being my friend and doing me favors and being nice to me, I'm going to owe you something and give you something in return, yeah, you know what I'm going to give you? I'm going to give you friendship and do favors for you like you do for me, like friends do. You know? That's all I'm going to do because that's how you treat me as. It's not like if you were nice enough for me to meet for a certain period of time that I'm going to suddenly like have this epiphany and be like, oh, I'm interested in you romantically. Like, let's date. I want to be your girlfriend or whatever. Like, how am I supposed to know that you like me if all you do is just be friendly to me? You never flirt. You never make a move. You treat me like your friend.
I'm not going to realize that I'm falling in love with you.
Yeah. If you treat me like a friend, like that's what I'm going to treat you as. It's not like you don't make a move. How am I to blame for you having secret feelings for me if you never let them be known?
You're being a butt.
Yes. Can we say that on the radio? Yeah, we can, right?
I said it. Worst thing that happens is we get kicked off the
we
air.
just said it. No, nothing's happened yet. The sky hasn't fallen down, so I'm pretty good. Pretty sure we're good.
I just don't understand it because sometimes you don't even know that the other person is interested in you. Like I was saying, I don't blah. Help me English. I'm not going to assume that everyone I talk to and hang out with has a crush on me or has a thing for me. So if we're just friends and there's no obvious interest in me, I'm not going to guess that. You understand?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm very like stuttery today and I don't understand why. You know what it is when I'm not the one doing the script, even though I tell Jamie what to write for me.
Yeah.
When I'm reading it, I'm still like, oh.
That's what happens to me when you do it too. I feel like I don't know what I'm gonna say. And
Really?
I have to, like read a word by Like now that when I because I wrote it, I know like what I'm gonna say. And
yeah, like it's a lot easier to read the script when you're the one that wrote the script.
Yeah.
Because even if you don't know exactly what it is word for word, you can kind of guess like what the general idea of it is. Jamie's dying.
I'm sorry.
In the background.
Yeah, but anyway, continuing on, I feel like it really starts in the beginning. If you start off like being my friend, that's what I'm gonna expect. But compared to a guy who talks to me and he starts flirting with me, and I can tell that he's interested, then I'm gonna assume, oh, okay, he's interested. Maybe I'm interested too. And if I'm not interested, I will let him know that. But if I do like the guy, I'm gonna flirt back and I'm gonna talk to him like, make a move like he's making a move. Like, yeah. But if you start off being my friend, thinking that later you can get with me, that's not gonna happen. It's never gonna happen.
No.
Because I started off liking you as my friend. I'm not gonna develop any feelings for you. There's no friend zone that I'm gonna eventually put you in. Like I either like you or I don't, and there isn't a small window where you have a chance before you are friend zoned, quote unquote friend zone. Yeah. I just.
I was listening to you the whole time. I was just picking the song for our break. um, I don't get it. I mean, I feel like it's very ridiculous because the whole friend zone concept, I guess is the correct word,
Yeah.
is like the excuse that a lot of guys use. I feel like girls don't really do it that much.
No.
I've never. I mean, I might be wrong. I'm not saying that this is just a guy thing in any
Yeah.
way, but I feel like I never hear a girl saying, "Oh, he friend zoned me."
Yeah.
I feel like a girl is usually more like, "Oh, he just wants to be friends, whatever." But I feel like it's an excuse that a lot of guys use when they get rejected.
That's
It's like if a girl is saying she doesn't like you, I feel like you never really had the chance. Maybe you're not her type. Maybe I don't get it because they're always like nice guys finish last, and that's not true.
you're not a nice guy if you have to tell people that you're a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guys, girls can tell that they're nice just by the way they are. They don't have to tell you that they're nice because you know already. Everybody
Yeah.
knows. So if you're one of those jerks who thinks that a girl friend zone you and you say, "Oh yeah, I'm a nice guy," no, you're not. No, you're not.
Nice guys do not finish last. Maybe okay, you're a nice guy, you're a sweet person. Maybe the other maybe she just doesn't like you. Maybe you smell. Maybe maybe she's in college and you're working at like CVS
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, "Oh, this isn't gonna work out." Maybe she already has a boyfriend. Maybe you're too short.
Maybe she likes somebody else.
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't like, maybe you're not her type, like, physically. Because I know that this is really shallow, but, like, if you're not attracted to someone physically,
Yeah.
you can't be with, like, yeah, maybe you might fall in love with, like, who they are on the inside. But initially, what attracts you to somebody is their physical appearance. And maybe you're not her type that way. Like, I have a certain type that I like, I
Mhm.
guess. It's not that I'm, like, being shallow or that I'm saying, oh, no, blah, blah, blah. But like, I don't know.
There's a certain I think everyone has a certain type of person that they're attracted to.
Yeah.
Whether it's the way that they come off, the way that they dress, the way that they look, it's kind of like your thing.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I feel like it's also kind of funny because sometimes your friends like know what your type is. Like if Jamie and I are hanging out, I'll like smack her and be like, "Oh my god, over there, look at him. You're gonna be in love with him in 20 minutes, I know." And she's
Uh-huh.
like, "What are you talking about? I don't know who that is." And then she turns around and she's like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, exactly. Like, I have this friend, and he likes girls of a certain type. I'm not gonna describe it because he'll know, but he'll know.
Tell
I'm
me when
talking
we're
about
on
him.
break.
Yeah, I'll tell you. But no, but you know, he describes it, and it makes sense. And he doesn't do it to be like shallow and mean and like annoying. He's just that's the type of person that he's attracted to.
Mhm.
And everybody has like their different thing. Like for me, I'm 5'7", and I'm not gonna go for someone that's shorter than me. Okay, like it's just not gonna happen. That's because that's a type that like that's
Yeah.
a it's my type, like tall guys. So if you're my friend and you're like 5'5" and you're a guy,
I was like, "Oh, Jamie."
and like you think I friend zone you, you never even had a chance. Well, maybe, but there's a very like slim, like there's like 0.01% chance that you had.
Imagine I end up with a guy shorter than me. How is that gonna work out?
That would
How can I find someone shorter than me? I feel like I'm not short because everyone in my family is like really small.
Yeah.
But then I go out into the world and I'm like, "Oh, I'm a munchkin."
But you're not even like that short. You're 5'2". That's normal for a girl. That's like
Isn't the average height for a girl like 5'5"?
I don't know, 5'4". I think from 5'2" to like 5'5". I think. I'm not
We'll
sure.
figure it out.
Yeah, we'll Google
We'll
it
look it
sometime
up too.
eventually. But
Probably not. We're very lazy people.
but yeah, I mean, if I get rejected by a guy because I'm not his type or whatever, or he just wants to be friends, which I don't know, but I'm not gonna go around telling people, yeah, he friend zoned me, because that's not a thing. Like, I don't use it. I accept, yeah, he doesn't like me, he rejected me,
Yeah.
or blah blah blah. I move on and find someone, or I don't.
Yeah.
I do my thing. I'm not gonna make up an excuse to as to why I got rejected, because just because my ego is like blown or to pieces or whatever. Like, I'm not gonna make up stupid excuses. I'm not going to blame the other person or like blame anyone, really. It's just, okay, he's not interested or she's not interested, like.
Yeah. There's no need to be like
bitter about it.
blaming other people just to keep your ego like intact.
Mhm.
You know what else also really sucks that I feel like a lot of people don't realize because they're too busy getting friend zoned?
Mhm.
When you meet someone and maybe they're cute, whatever, but you don't really care because you just want them to be your friend. And the thing with the computer happened again, so Jamie's fixing it. But I have to rant a little bit right
It's
now
been
anyway.
10 minutes.
I really hate when you meet someone and they're really sweet with you, and you think that they're genuinely interested in like getting to know you and hanging out with you and just being your friend, right? And then
Mhm.
like 2 weeks later, they're like flirting with you, and you're like trying to kind of push them away because you don't want to ruin your friendship, but they keep going, and you're like,
Should have done this the first day
Yeah.
I met you.
and then you find out like 5 months into being friends with this person who you think is your best friend and who you've been confiding in, you're like, oh, you just wanted to have sex. Great. Thanks. Really make me feel like a princess.
That's really annoying because
And I feel like that's more common than getting friend zoned.
yeah, because you weren't if you do that to someone, you're not really you're not a real friend because
You're also not a nice guy.
yeah, that's all you
So
want.
don't use that as your excuse.
And you're mad because she doesn't want to have sex with you?
Yeah.
Really? And then you're saying, "Oh my gosh, she friend zoned me."
Because I feel like I never really hear, oh, she didn't want to date me.
Yeah.
Or I asked her out and she said no. I usually hear like I tried to sleep with her and she said no.
Yeah, exactly. And then guys get so upset when it happens to them. It's like
Yeah.
if you're a guy and you get rejected, like they think that, oh my gosh, this can't happen to me because I'm a guy. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know how to say it exactly because I'm gonna end up offending half of the population. But
I know what you mean because we've had this talk before.
Yeah.
We actually, I don't want to say practiced, but we've kind of a
Discussed
really
it.
long time ago. It had to have been in like October
yeah, I
or
think
September maybe.
Mhm.
We were actually did like a mini podcast of this topic. If we find it, maybe we'll post it on our page. If we can
So.
find out
I still
how.
have it on my computer.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We recorded it on Jamie's computer, and it's a lot angrier than this, with a lot more aggressive adjectives than the ones we're using.
Because we're being monitored right now.
Yes, we are.
Can't-
Also, it's a little awkward. It's hard to get angry when people are like randomly walking by. And every once in a while, I'll see someone that's in like one of my classes, and I have to like not look at them. 'Cause it's the same person that I said before, just like walking back and
Oh,
forth.
that's annoying. He probably wants to see you. That's why he keeps walking back and
We've
forth.
never had a conversation before, and I've seen him walk past the booth like at least 5 times since we started.
When you're
talking.
sitting, like when I sat over there the other day, there were people, like they all stare at you. It's really weird.
Mhm.
Like where I'm here, I don't really see the window because I'm looking at the board and I'm looking at you this way.
It's a
But-
huge distraction.
Yeah.
It's really bad. It's also like I have issues paying attention to one thing at a time anyway. So I'll be like mid sentence with you and like talking for the show, and someone passes by and I'm like, oh my god, who is that? Like I have to look, or it like annoys me.
Yeah.
I don't
Keep
know.
clearing my throat. I'm sorry.
Jamie's not feeling well, and I'm not feeling well. And right after we finished saying those words of it's hard to speak while people are passing by, like 5 people walked by and stared in here. They probably heard us talking about them. Oopsie.
No, this
Oh,
room
look,
is
it happened
soundproof.
again.
Why are they all staring?
I
Like,
don't
what do
know.
you- And sometimes when people stare at you, they make it obvious, and then you look at them. They're supposed to look away, but they don't, and they keep staring. It's really creepy.
I don't. People look in here so angrily.
Ugh.
I don't understand what's wrong with
I don't
them.
know.
Like their mother didn't hug them enough when they were children.
We got so off topic, by the way. This is what we
We
do
did.
every day.
But
every time we have a show.
basically, you know what we mean.
Mhm.
I understand if you wanted a relationship with someone and they said no, and now maybe you're hurt, maybe you're in a mood, maybe you feel bad about yourself because you were rejected, but that's not a reason to make someone else feel horrible.
Yeah, you just need
Yeah.
to quit all the BS and just move on. Accept that you were
Yeah.
rejected. Like you're
You're,
not
you're
you're not
allowed
all
to
that.
have friends. You don't have to hook up with everyone you see.
exactly.
Like, I don't get it.
Anyway, with that, on that happy note, we're gonna be right back, and when we come back, we're gonna have Brianna share her story.
And we're going to introduce our topic for next week.
Ooh, mysterious. Okay.
Exciting.
So yeah, we'll be back.